What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GameFreak. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this video might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I feel I have to give credit where credit is due, and that is this game, Planet Zoo. Now, I am not into building games, games like The Sims and Minecraft, stuff like that. However, I really liked Planet Coaster. I think Frontier did a great job on that game. So I was pretty excited when Planet Zoo was coming to a console, because it's been on a PC for a long time. Now, I loved Planet Coaster because I'm a coaster junkie, man. I love roller coasters. Planet Zoo caught my attention because, well, I pretty much have a zoo at my house. I mean, I'm a big animal lover. I used to pick up snakes and even bats. I'd capture bats, raccoons, possums. I'd keep them for a few days and just to study them, and I would actually write this shit down. I mean, I was really nerdy about this, and even today I do a wildlife rescue on the side of running our animal farm. So this game really intrigued me, and man, is this game very complex. This is my first zoo that I built, and it took me a while, and I'm still learning, and I had to, I learned along the way. So this isn't like the greatest zoo ever or anything like that. I thought it came out pretty decent, but there was so much to learn in this game, so I can't wait to make another zoo. It will be a lot more, a little more technical on my enclosures and habitats and stuff like that. But I do like the way that this came out. I can't wait to get started on my second one. Now, this game, like I said, is very complex. You have to hire animal keepers, caretakers, electricians, security, different vendors and stuff like that. Just like in Planet Coaster, you had to hire vendors and stuff. But this, you have to make sure the water is always clean. Your animals can get diseases and die, which is just absolutely crazy. But it's very real. So you have to really take care of these animals. You have to watch what you're doing. And it's just nuts, man. That Frontier did an amazing job on the animal movements, just their reactions on things. It's super cool. I really enjoyed this. In fact, when I bought this, I bought what they call the Ultimate Pack, and that included the season pass. You got all the DLCs that are out now, plus I have paid for all the DLCs that are to release yet, so I kind of prepaid for that in the Ultimate Pack. So I'm looking really forward to that. These animals, they really go into detail on everything. They have something called a Zoopedia, and you have to pretty much read that when you make the enclosure, because it will tell you how big of a habitat they need, what kind of trees and plants and stuff that they need in their habitat, because some of them, are herbivores and they eat plants and stuff. A lot of them are meat eaters, so you have to make sure that you really read these. Like I said, it's just very complex. Really cool, man. I totally enjoyed this. I'm not gonna, show every animal in my zoo, because otherwise this video would take an hour. I have a lot of enclosures on this. Again, I'm still learning, so these aren't anything spectacular or anything, but man, I had so much fun on this. It was so much fun. You just get to be creative, and it's just one of those games that you can sit back, relax, and you can just build it any way that you want. Any way you want. And if you don't want animals to die, and you don't want food to go bad or anything, you can turn them options off. In fact, I made this in sandbox mode because you get unlimited money, so I could make my zoo as big as I wanted. I did turn off where animals die, and they can fight and everything, but they're not going to die from that. They can't die from old age because I turned that option off. I did turn a lot of these options off since it was my first zoo. So I just wanted to explore and see what I could do. And, you know, near the end of this, I started learning a lot. So I can't wait to start my second zoo because I know it will be so much better. So much better. I mean, this was so much fun. I can't tell you enough. If you are into just letting your creativity run wild, I highly recommend this game. If you like Planet Coaster, then you'll like Planet Zoo. Again, I said I was a roller coaster enthusiast. That made me love Planet Coaster. I'm also a zoo enthusiast. Me and my wife go to zoos all the time. So this was right up my alley. I loved it. Plus, on top of that, you know, like I said, we pretty much have a zoo on our property. But just the characteristics of these animals, like the way they act, the way they move, the way they act around each other. You know, sometimes they get in arguments and they start fighting. It's just like real life, and it's just great. The only thing that I think is a little bit janky about it is sometimes how these primates jump. It almost goes in slow motion, and I'm not a big fan of that. But other than that, this game was an absolute blast. I highly recommend it if you are into building and just relaxing. This isn't something that you're like, oh my god, this is such a awesome game and everyone needs to. Well, it is awesome, but it's not like a adventure game, or it's not an action game or anything like that. This is just one of those things where you can let your creativity run wild, and I had an absolute blast. Highly recommend this. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I said, this isn't like the best zoo, but it's my first zoo. I can't wait to make another video because I've learned so much just making this first zoo. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.